Hey LEGO fans, welcome back to another LEGO City update here on Let's Talk About LEGO. My name is Andy, thanks for tuning in, I do appreciate it. And we've got lots to talk about today because I got quite a bit changed or done here in the city that I'm going to show to you. Also wanted to talk about some of the comments I got on the last video about some of the stuff that was already done, such as this train station right here. Some people were saying that it was kind of bad because you got steps coming down, and then you'd have to walk from the platform down the steps and then like up to the train again instead of having it all even, which makes sense, but I don't know if I want to completely redo that because I mean the way that Lego designed it originally, they have those sloped pieces instead of just having straight square blocks underneath or bricks underneath. So you can't get it. I mean, the closest you could get it would be, like to right here, with those sticking out. So I mean, that would only be moving it over 2 studs. So that wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense. Ideally, it should be, this platform should be over here, right up against there, and you wouldn't be able to do that with these things sticking out. You'd have to take those out and put in, just 2x2 or 2x4 bricks or whatever to hold this thing up, and then move it over. And then of course it's on the mills plate as well, because when I originally put 2 of these stations together, I put it on the mills plate and I kind of centered it instead of putting it to one side, which in hindsight I probably should have put it to one side so it's closer to the tracks. But like I said, I don't feel like ripping this whole thing off the mills plate and moving it 2 studs over when it's not really going to help anyway, because it still won't be close enough to board the train without a big step. And then also there's no wheelchair ramp anymore either, because the station as it was with a single station, this right here had a ramp that went down in the back, so that was kind of for wheelchairs or whatever. So no ramp. It didn't have any stairs originally. I added the stairs, but the ramp was there. So but I put the ramps together straight across just to make it like that, just to make it like a hallway there, when I put the 2 stations together. So that's what's going on with the train station. So yeah, like I said, I had some comments about that, about why I did it the way I did it, but that's why I did it the way I did it, because of the way it's set up. So I'm sure it could be done better or closer to the tracks if I was to, redo it all and move it over, but for right now I'm just going to leave it as it is. Maybe I'll add a ramp, maybe I'll add a wheelchair ramp perhaps, but I don't think it looks that bad. Maybe logistically it's not the greatest, but as far as looks go, I don't think it looks that bad. So that's that. Sorry about rambling on about that too much. Now if we move over here to this guy, I think what I'm probably going to do with this is I'm going to order some 2x8s or 2x10s or both. Probably 2x8s would do it. Take out this wall here and integrate 2x8s into the wall, staggering them back and forth up through here. That way it'll cover up this, kind of like on a cantilever, like I was talking about last video. And that way, like I said, the wood will get covered up and it'll look more centered. The tunnel entrance will look more centered, because right now it's got a big space on that side but no space on this side. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to end up doing with that. So, and also I could have put a couple plates on top of there, or raised up the tunnel curve or arch, like by 1 brick or something. But I'll probably just fill that in with a couple of plates there, so there's no space in between there. So yeah, there you go. Now, as far as the road goes, I decided I'm going to run this T-plate right about where it's at right now. So I'm going to put a 32x48 straight plate in there, road plate, to continue the road on, and then the road's going to curve Well, it's going to go that way, it's going to go this way, obviously, and then it's going to go over here, cross through here, and eventually it will go that way towards that platform to get over to whatever's going to go over there. I'm like the beach and the amusement park and the residential area. I think I'm going to put over there. So that's going to be how the road's going to go, and then it'll probably continue on if there's room. I don't know if there's going to be room to get over here to the 25-inch platform as well. There might be room if I move some stuff around. So, but I got to keep in mind I'm putting a big mountain here too, so we don't want to get in the way of that. But yeah, so this train station here that I'm going to completely redesign and rebuild is going to sit right where it's at, and then this parking garage is going to sit right beside it. Now, on the previous platform, the parking garage sat like out there next to it. That's what that support is right there for the bridge that went across. So on the redesign, I'm going to put the bridge from here to here on this side so that it can sit right here, because you can't sit out there because the road's going to come in. It's going to sit there, and it wouldn't fit anyway because another 48 plate won't fit there. So that's what's going on with the train station and the parking garage. Now, since I'm doing the road like this, I'll probably leave the diner right where it's at. But the school could move, potentially. I don't know yet. And then this town square building, I'm not sure exactly where it's going to go. Now, I did move some things around. I moved this skyscraper over here where the church was. Let me know in the comments what you think about that being there. It looks kind of isolated because there's no other buildings in the city like it, except for the Daily Bugle, which isn't over here yet. So probably sit the Daily Bugle beside it once I get it repaired. And then over here I added this corner building that was sitting over there on the 25-inch platform instead of the grocery store. I don't know how that really comes across next to the apartment building. It's dwarfed by it, obviously, so I don't know if that's a permanent stay. I may or may not move that and exchange it for something else. Hell, I could probably take that out and put this skyscraper next to the other buildings. That way the three tall buildings would be next to each other. I don't know. What do you guys think? Also, I added in all my bike lane barriers between the bike lane and the road and the sidewalk. The ones that I had in there before on the previous platform. I added in some, not all, but some of the lamp posts. I couldn't find all my lamp posts. There's got to be some box or some bin or something somewhere that's got the rest of them in, because I had a whole ton of them on the platform and I only found like a handful of them that are already built, you know, with the lights and the things on top and everything. So I mean, obviously I've got a whole ton of them as far as lamppost goes. I just got to put the piece on top and everything, and if I want to build more of them. But I put in the traffic lights here. As you can see, this intersection's got traffic lights all the way around, and this intersection down here has got traffic lights all the way around. I put in a couple of trees. That tree right there, that tree right there. They were originally somewhat like that on the previous platform. I tiled in all this right here that was black before. Added the bike lane there that was missing. Tiled it in over there where there was black space. So that's all looking good. And then I added some traffic lights down here for this intersection. And of course the bike barriers and the lamp posts, as you can see down through there. I fixed the elevated line right here. That was there was a couple of supports that were out of whack that I had to, I don't know how I missed it before, but it was out of level, so I had to make that get that back into level. So it's good now. It's nice and sturdy. So yeah, so that's basically the things that I've done since last video. Let me think here. I think there was something else I was going to do. Oh, I was going to build a couple more retainer walls. So let's do that right now. Let's add a couple retainer walls. And there you have it. 2 more retainer walls put in. Just like that. Just like magic. Yeah, the magic of video editing. So there you go. Let's get a closer look at that area. Okay, as you can see here, like I said, I added 2 more retainer walls. It looks like we're only going to need like a base plate and a half worth of them to cover up the rest of that wood. So, and then of course we got them all along here, and then right here in the middle where the train station and the parking garage is, obviously that'll cover it up. But I will put retainer walls right there where that 2x4 is, there and on this side to cover that up. Just on the back of the train station Mills plate, I'll put partial retaining walls there. And then on the back of the parking garage, I don't know. I may have to put a wall behind it too, because otherwise you can see straight through. Come down here, you can see straight through the tracks behind the parking garage. So that's probably not good. So we'll probably have to figure that out too, as well, as far as putting something there to cover that up. But overall though, what do you think? What do you think of my retaining walls? I think they're coming out pretty good. They may not be exactly lining up with the top of the top Mills plate, but they're really, really close. So I mean, if you look at it from a distance or even up close, you wouldn't be able to tell unless you tried to put a brick on there that they were not compatible. But I'm not too worried about it. I mean, I did get some comments about that as well, about, you know, maybe I should redo my wooden platform to get it right. But the most I could do if I redid the platform, the wooden platform, would be to move it up a plate, one plate, because that would be as high as it can go to match up with the elevated line. Because that was the goal. The goal was to line it up with the height of the elevated line. And I missed it by a plate. So that's why it's a plate lower, and that's why I couldn't put the elevated track up there like I wanted to do, like the ground line. So I had to move it down a plate. So that's all I could do. I could change it by a plate. I don't know if that would be enough to let the crane car under, or enough to sort out the difference in the heights of the walls and the plates, but it would be a lot of work. So to me, it's not worth it. It's not worth the amount of work it would take just to move it by a plate. So that's where I stand on that situation. Obviously, I'm going to have to complete this T-plate here. It's missing its corner piece there. And then I believe it had a tree there where those round bricks are. As a matter of fact, it looks like it had is that a fence? I'm not sure why there's some brown bricks there. Maybe that was part of a fence on the Spring Lantern Festival area, which probably is going to end up going over here somewhere, either probably on the 25-inch platform somewhere, I would imagine. Or, you know, somewhere near the tree house like it was before. The lighthouse obviously is going to go out on the beach like it was. The haunted house will go out in the amusement park like it was before. I don't know where I'm going to put my farm at. I don't know where I'm going to put my airport at yet, but probably most likely on the 25-inch platform if we have room. So we'll see about that. But everything over here is looking good. Traffic lights and trees and lamp posts and bike lane barriers. Little cat there on the sidewalk. Firefighters over here by the fire station. I put some cars in here and a Land Rover. Put the garbage truck in here and the bus over here. Kind of like where it was on the last platform, sitting there by the traffic light. And then I put a fire hydrant in here in front of the bookstore. And of course the traffic lights there as well. It looks like I got some leaves falling. Are those supposed to be down there? Yeah, I guess those are supposed to be down there. They look like they fell off the tree. I thought for a minute they just fell off and I need to pick them up. But no, they're supposed to be there. Back here, I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. Your suggestions are welcome, of course. And of course, these pieces right here go to the Daily Bugle. They were in this bin here that I got out looking for my lamp post, which I got the other lights, these kind of lights that I built in here, plus telephone poles, more traffic lights, some minifigures, and railroad crossings, and all that good stuff, and some trees, some of those pine trees, but no more lamp posts. I don't know where they went. Of course, I think I've been through every box in the room, but I said that about the train track too, and I ended up finding a box of that too. So I know they have to be in here somewhere. I don't want to really have to build new ones, but if I have to, that's what I'll do. But This view right here looks pretty good. And looking at the city, I've got pretty much a lot done in the last couple of weeks or so, or last couple of days even. Making some progress in the city. So we're kind of started on this end, and we're progressing towards that end, and getting things done. So we'll start working on this one over here before too long. Get all that stuff moved out of the way and start building some roads and getting that stuff situated. But for right now, that is going to be about all I've got for you today. Thanks for taking me along. I do appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It helps out the channel. Hit the like button as well. That also helps out the channel quite a bit. And I do appreciate it. Until next time, guys, please take good care of yourself. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. All right. Bye-bye.